going across the waters so that they can get a wife from another country, because she was trained to be a wife, while you sit and watch TV with a beer because you don't have any skills that required you to use your brain, so you have to use physical skills. And no woman here wants to deal with that. You guys don't need a passport. You need some introspection. You need therapy.
Hey guys, welcome back to More to Life. Now, I have another one for you today. More women hating on the Passport Bros.
Passport
Brothers!
Right? And see, the thing is, Passport Bros, Passport Boys, whatever you want to call it. Now, a lot of times women think it's just black men. Well, no. It's all men, right? That are tired of all women that are in the West. But for some reason, a certain select few women think it's all about them, right? So of course, that's the woman that you have reacting, taking offense, because a lot of guys that are of my complexion and darker are leaving. But anyway, guys, before I get into this, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also, be sure to click the notification bell to be sure that you get my videos as soon as I release them. Let's hop right into it.
Well, I was looking at some of these TikToks and these guys talking about they're going across the waters so that they can get a wife from another country, because she was trained to be a wife. A lot of those women in those countries are impoverished. Okay, because I see y'all don't do anything, any kind of research for the culture. You don't any kind of research for their way of living, their life, any of that. You're just thinking, I'm finna go over here and pay for some tail. And then I'm come back and brag about how well those women treated me with the little money that I had to give them. And you're doing that with false hopes. Yeah, because you haven't done any research. So the thing about that is, if those women were raised to be wives, they have fathers in their lives. You are not a candidate for marriage. Not you. The husband. Not you. The father will not allow it. He will allow his daughter to come to America if she's going to live a comfortable life. $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 is going to be some struggle, love. And she ain't got no job. She ain't got no citizenship yet. You don't want to fight for your children with a lawyer in the courts. A lot of y'all say that money is the problem. So how are you going to pay for her citizenship, her visa, the immigration lawyers? How are you going to do that? How are you going to get her over here? And if you go over there and you get the tail from these ladies that you paid for, and you get one of them pregnant, how you gonna get your baby over here? The DNA test that you have to take, because you can't just say that's my child. It has to be a DNA test. Or do you not even, you didn't think about no part of that, huh? That didn't cross your mind. You're doing all of that because the women here are asking you to have some type of character, some type of hygiene routine, some type of grooming routine, for you to do more than expect for her to help you pay half of the bills and then come home, cook and clean, and if you have kids, rear the kids while you sit and watch TV with a beer because you don't have any skills that required you to use your brain, so you have to use physical skills, and so you're physically tired and you want her to pick up all of the slack. So that's why you're going over there. Or you're going over there because your attitude and your mentality is disgusting, repellent, and no woman here wants to deal with that. You guys don't need a passport. You need some introspection. You need therapy. You need a gym. You need a much healthier diet. You need to learn how to make friends and be a friend. There are some things that you need to work on within yourself first. A passport is not going to solve those problems. It's not.
The woman said you need a gym.
You guys don't need a passport. You need some introspection. You need therapy.
You need a gym.
They don't need no help. Gotta keep working, never dwell. I walk with a drip, making these souls mad.
You need all of these things, right? And looking at her, guys, she's at least 40. I give it 30 at least, but 40, 50 to 60 pounds overweight. I don't know how tall she is, right? But still, she's overweight. And saying that men need a gym and, just because the man is doing his physical job, he needs a job to use his brain. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter how you're doing.
It doesn't matter because men, even if a man was doing all of that, and a man was even making more, as she said, 40, 50, 60,000 is struggle love. That's because the woman want more, right? Like places where I've been, places where I'm married at now, right? You get with a woman, she doesn't even want you to waste your money. I know I'm talking to somebody, right? Who am I talking to right now that knows what I'm talking about? I know a lot of you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Especially in the Philippines. And the same thing in many other countries, The Philippines is pretty much just like those same Spanish countries that guys go to, Brazil, Colombia, because it's all incorporated with Spanish culture, right? So a lot of times you get a woman who won't want you to spend the extras. And you notice she said 40, 50, 60,000 is struggle love. Guys, I even said it, I said it to my person I'm working with right now, where I'm doing a contract online. And the guy I'm working with right now, like before I came out here, right, I was living in New York City, right? I was raised in New York City. But instead of staying in the city, I moved to upstate New York, right? First off, to get away from the hustle and bustle and to, be peaceful. Also, it was a lot more inexpensive than the city, right? Now, in New York City, you got rates of 1,000 and up, and 1,000 is like a small hole in the wall, right? You may get that if you can find it. But still, and now I'm lowballing it, right? I'm talking 20 years ago, guys, right? But still, even then, 4,000, 5,000 rents are going through the roof. And the thing is, when I went upstate, the rents were, $300 to $400, $500, and the city was 3 hours away. You can take a car ride right down the city in 3 hours. You're still there. You can go still there. If you want to go clubbing, you can still go to a club in New York City. Be down there in 3 hours. Spend a night there. If you have family around there like I did, you can be around. I mean, a lot of things that a lot of women wouldn't even consider, right? They would have to be in that same location. They would have considered being 3 hours away. Well, I'm just giving an example, and my example is right because a lot of women wouldn't consider that, right? In the Philippines right now, right? And my wife, and there's many other guys that can tell you the same thing. One be like, oh, well, no, you don't have to buy that. Like, it's not materialistic, right? And like these guys, she's saying men are not doing the homework. Men are doing the homework, right? I've had a channel out here for 6 years, and men watch that channel to do homework, right? Men have been looking at these things on the low, and there's other channels that were around before me, right? For different countries as well. There's channels for Brazil. There's channels for Colombia. Guys have been watching these channels for years, playing their escape. And that's what a lot of you women don't know. This is that Passport Bros became popular now, right?
Hey, you out here? Yeah.
I'm from Vegas, bro.
Oh, okay,
I watch
okay.
these shit.
Doing good.
Cool, man.
Yeah, you will be in a vlog. What's your name?
How's that, Charlie?
Charlie?
Yeah.
What's going on? Yeah, this
Always
Charlie right
popping,
here.
man.
This Charlie right here from Hawaii.
One of these subscribers. Yeah, I subscribe.
Good seeing you, man.
All right, brother.
All right, cool.
Next
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. So that's cool. You from Hawaii.
I left and have been making content 6 years ago. And it was content around before me. Guys have been playing this for a while. It just became very popular, and women now are jumping on it. And it's like this big craze for women to jump on and bash guys and say, oh, guys need to go to the gym when this woman is clearly overweight. I mean, it's crazy, guys. But the fact that it's happening right now, it goes to show that guys can't win, right? The same reason why guys have left or are leaving is the same reason why these women are complaining now about it, right? And I hate to say it, man. I hate to point it out that you can clearly see the women that are complaining are not so desirable, right? Most of the women, you have some that are decent, they're cute, but so far so few. I mean, and then the guy goes over to another country and gets his dream girl, and women want to bash it, make it seem like something. Guys, I actually I'm in the Philippines, right? I had women react to it yesterday. A little bit about what these women are saying. Here it goes. People say that women are poor and just looking to take advantage of men in the Philippines. Is that true?
No.
Okay. So,
I mean, first of all,
Okay.
we're educated.
Yes.
And we can buy anything we want. And my parents also have money to support us. So we need a guy to just buy us anything if we can buy for our own. What's the use of our education if we don't work? For me, it depends on women because some of them, they want a man who will satisfy their needs, their wants, but there's also a woman who wants to be independent. They want to support themselves. So I think not all girls in the Philippines are good. Maybe some of them, maybe they look for someone who is financially stable. But I don't think
it's a difference. Like, of course, a woman wants a man that can provide, right? Of course, a woman doesn't want to get with a loser. But if a man can provide, then yeah. It goes to show how bad it is and why men are this way now. Why men keep announcing that they're leaving. This is why I started this channel, More to Life. It wasn't to announce I'm leaving. I already left. It's to show other men you can do it too. And I think other men need to do it. Some men may want to do it. I think some men need to do it. Like a man right now that's over 30 and that's single and childless, it's a lot of them. They need to leave the country because, I mean, what's left for them, right? Either you're gonna get a woman that has a baby, or if she doesn't have a baby, non-cooperative. Because the simple fact of cooking a meal for a man, and I don't want to bring it back to that, right? Because it's not all about that. It's a lot more. It's way bigger than that, right? But still, even just mentioning that, oh no, he's one a slave. Oh, this guy's just and then he just doesn't want to do. And then a man has to force himself, or he's kind of forced, because it's not in every man. Like, and it's in me. The grind is in me. It has to be in the man, right? But if the grind is not in the man, a man doesn't want to feel forced to get more. Why does a man have to get more to make sure you're happy? Right? Like, guys, before I left and came here, I went up to upstate New York paying less than $400 a month for rent. That's what it was at the time. Right? And I was happy. I was by myself. I had that time to be alone to really grind and work on what I was gonna do. And I think a lot of guys need to bury themselves in a dungeon somewhere, right? That was my dungeon. And say, you know what? Be away from everything and say, I got a plan. I want to get myself together and then make a move, because I think a lot more guys need to become passport bros, to be honest with you. And not just a passport bro, to actually go live and get embedded in another culture and see how it really is. And see and learn another language and see, how it is and how it's night and day between how it was before. When it came to women, when it came to environment. I think a lot of guys need that. I think also it helps a lot of guys' psyche. A lot of guys are taking pills because they're stressed and depressed. I think for some of you guys, you may not need to leave, but if you got it in order, you may need to leave because you feel a lot better. That depression will go away, that anxiety will go away, and yeah. I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell you what to do, but I'm saying this, that the little bit of anxiety I had when I left the country, all of it went away. All of it went away. And was it because of me and because of how I feel about things? Yes. I don't believe in staying anxious. I believe that a man can control it, and I believe an environment has a lot to do with it. So, guys, with all that being said, I don't know what's going on with women thinking they can control guys. And she said, being a gym, and it's crazy. But all I know is this. I think more guys need to leave to realize that it's definitely more to life than what's happening back home. Peace. Thanks for watching. See you next video.